don't forget about yourself as a patient. And I'm very passionate about this topic. I'm an emergency physician. I was a psychology major in undergraduate. I studied psychiatry in my rotations in medical school. But then after that, I deployed for 15 months to Iraq and with an infantry unit. And it really struck me how, medicine has advanced so much, and we can treat amputated legs and amputated arms. And a lot of these veterans come back, and then they take their own lives, about 20 a day. And if you look statistically at it, paramedics are very susceptible. I am too, as an emergency physician. Like, the frontline providers are very susceptible to PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. And if you want to learn more, you can go to DocBose, docbose.com. That's kind of my military experience. I talk a lot about that. But the point is this. This is real. It is very real. And when you're out there treating people, you yourself can become a patient. You're seeing traumatic things. You're seeing things that other humans never see. And it's leading to the situation where veterans come back, and these are macho sergeant majors, big guys, and they're committing their suicide from this. So what can we learn from this? Number one, I think PTSD, known as post-traumatic stress disorder, is a threat or an apparent threat to someone's life. So as a paramedic, you're on the scene, and it's a train accident or a car accident. It's a perceived threat to your life, even if it's subconsciously, and you have a reaction to that. And I think we're very wrong about this. I think we should drop the D. It's not a disorder. It's a normal reaction to perceived threat to your life, or a stress. So it's post-traumatic stress. It's not a post-traumatic stress disorder. And we were evolved this way when we were hunting and gathering food. You want nightmares about what can kill you. You want to be startled by what can eat you. And anger, it takes you out of, the anger, it prepares you to fight. And depression takes you out of circulation for a bit. So these are normal reactions. And I think if you're experiencing this as a paramedic, it's going to fall into three categories. It's going to be reliving the experience, so flashbacks, hallucinations, and then it'll be alertness, like you'll have hyperactivity, you'll be more jumpy, alert, loud noises will startle you, and then avoidance, where you're pulling away from the people you used to love and the events, the things you used to love doing. You'll fall into those three categories. And I think we've evolved to become this way. This is a normal reaction, but we often get ashamed to seek help, and it's important to seek help. And it's not a stigma to this. It's not you're weak because you're seeking help. You need to do it. So how do you seek help? You can go to a doctor, and you may hear about different behavioral therapies. You may hear about, medicines. But I think there's a larger picture here. And we all have this as paramedics, frontline providers. It's the concept of brotherhood. And, I asked a veteran the other day, I was like, hey, do you miss war? And the veteran was like, yeah, I miss every aspect about war. And you listen to this guy's answer, and you're like, why are they answering that way? Like, the veterans aren't crazy. They don't like killing people. They don't like getting shot at. So why are they feeling this way? It's because they missed the brotherhood of war. And as paramedics, we have this brotherhood. We had a very tragic suicide in our department of someone right after they retired. And I think, my personal opinion, a lot of it's the lack of brotherhood. So let's recognize that. We have our brothers. We can turn to each other for help. We can talk to them. Hey, I'm having flashbacks. I'm having hallucinations. And we should stand together. I mean, we're in a world right now where, veterans come back from this brotherhood, and literally the politicians are accusing each other of treason. People are attacking each other on social media, and people are quick to attack. And then as we stare at our smartphones, we may have a lot of friends on social media, but we become more and more isolated as we stare at our smartphones. So we can't lose this brotherhood in our generation. We cannot. This is how we hunted. This is how we gathered food. This is how we survived. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. And we should stand united, like the United States of America.